Okay, so this is the seventh chapter of the book that we are reading, and the book name is The 59%. If you remember, so the book is written by one of the wonderful authors, and his name is Ashish Arora. This is the seventh chapter of the book, and the name of the chapter is 10 Hard Things You Need to Hear. Okay, so yeah, in this chapter we will listen few 10 things, not 10, yeah, 10 things that is very very true, but sometimes we try to pretend, or sometimes we believe that it is not true because we just don't want that feeling that it should be true. I think that you understood. It is very, I made it very sophisticated. Okay. What moves you makes you. Okay, a very small but a good call. As I went through life, I met different types of people. See, if you are using types, so you all the time see, if you are using types, so suppose there's more than two things, right? Or two or more than two things, so you will always say types. Okay. Similarly, it is same. It goes with ways also. If you are saying there are so many ways, so you won't say way, you will say ways. Okay. So types of people and had different experiences, right? Just wait a minute. Okay, so the author is saying that in his life he has met so many people, like so many different people, and he had experiences many different things. From all my collective information or experience, I summarize that life is not easy. Yeah, it is very difficult, and sometimes you will feel that in your life you got stuck into something and it's very hard to come forward through it. It's very very hard. So yeah, life is not easy, and sometimes you have to face scenarios where things do not fit your needs, and sometimes it will look like that everything is just against you and you are all alone. There's no one whom you can rely on. So it is somewhere life is very very difficult. In this chapter, I'll be blunt and share some of the harsh truths of life I have learned in my life. So, in this chapter, we will share some of the life lessons. Okay. So, and that is very very true because see, in school, everyone teaches us about the syllabus and all the things that we don't really need in our real life, but no one teaches us about life, and that's the reason when we when we come and when we face some of the things, when we faces it, when we face it, it becomes very hard to deal with it because we don't know what to do, right? So in this book we will face some of the scenarios, some of the truths that is very very true in real life, and that will give us so much experience to deal with the different or very difficult or tough situation. The first one is there's nothing like a perfect time. Yes, I do agree with this. Let's see, there's nothing like a perfect time. If you want to do something, do it right that at that time, because keeping that on hold is something that is very stupid. So don't put anything on your hold. If there's some ideas that you have put on the hold, bring it back and do it again. Like just do it. Okay. So stop waiting for the perfect time to start something. There are so many people who say that I'll not do this right now because I feel that this will happen then and then I'll do this. It is very very illogical and it doesn't make any sense. So if something that you want to do, do it right at that moment. Don't put it on hold. Okay. Nothing will ever be perfect. Yeah, so true. If you will wait for the perfect time will never ever come. So do it that things will never be favorable. If you solve a problem, the next will come. Trust me, there is no end for the worries and the problems. You will have to find your way through the issues. If you are waiting for the day when life will be easy and you will have nothing to worry about, sorry to say, you will be waiting for your entire life. You have to be like a river paving your way through rocks, waters, and stones. It would help if you did not wait only to flow when the path is clear, right? If you want to prepare for an exam, start today. As your first step, go buy those books, sit with them book for an hour, no matter if it makes sense to you or not. Just go through the syllabus. Sometimes all that matters is your first step. God has given you every tool that you need in your entire life. You just have to trust the process. I don't think I can do this now. I will begin it next January. I'll not appreciate it for doing this in such a condition. And I don't have money. I'm too old for this now. Stop giving excuses. I didn't even have a digital paper stylus or an interactive board when I started teaching. I used to teach online using a simple whiteboard and markers. People even told me that I was too young to teach and that a student would not want to learn from someone who is in his early 20s. But amazing thing starts to happen when you trust yourself and take the leap of faith. So whatever things you have put on hold, begin it today. Okay, so see, like people wait for the perfect time, and see if you're thinking that the perfect time will come, so it will never ever come, because life is somewhere it is. If the one problem will get finished, then the another one will arise, and you can't control it, you can't stop it. So if you're thinking that there would be a perfect time in your life, so you're gonna wait for your entire life, because that perfect time will not ever come. You need to make your time perfect. You need to believe that right now this present is the perfect time, and I think that it is perfect, because you can really make your dreams or your goals into action. So present is very wonderful, and you just do it, whatever you want to do it. And sometimes we try to limitize our own growth by saying that I can't do this, I don't have money, or maybe I'm very very old now, so I should not do it. So sometimes what we do, sometimes we limitize our growth and we limitize our strength also. So don't do this. Try to analyze your behavior and try to analyze that my strengths are somewhere like this and I can do this. I feel that everyone can do anything, and you need to trust the process first and believe yourself. So even the author is sharing his own life experience, that when he started teaching he was very very young, like he was in his early 20s, and there were people who told him that no one would love to learn from you because you are very very young. So there were some time when he also went through a lot, and I think it's fine, or at that time also you need to trust yourself. I'll say if that will help you, so just trust yourself and do it. And for now I'll say that if you have put something on hold, then bring it right now and make it into action. Do it, just do it. If you want to do it, do it. Don't wait for anything. Not everyone is your friend. So true. So from my experience I'll tell that I always believe that I have few of the friends, right? When since my childhood I had two friends or three friends, not much, like because I'm introvert, so there were like three friends of mine. And then you know then I thought, okay, these are my real friends. But after when I entered in graduation and I get separated by these people, then I realized that no, they are not my real friends. And they didn't make a call to me, they didn't ask me that how I'm doing, they didn't do anything. So I am somewhere, I feel okay, it's fine. At that time I was very lonely, I felt there's no one who loves me, and that was very very somewhere heartbreaking. So heartbreaking stuff. But then I realized that no, not everyone is going to be your friend. There will be few people who would be a part of your life, and there would few people who will come, who will teach you something, and then they will go away. So you just need to learn, need to accept the thing. So it is very important, right? Having true friends is a blessing, but at the same time it's reality, really real rarity. The world that we come in is not a fairy tale, and often we will taken advantage of. Find yourself alone in times of need, and you will feel that you are being discouraged by some people that you thought would support you. It only happens because you have chosen the wrong company. You must stop calling everyone your friend. Stop sharing everything with everyone. Not all those people whom number you have saved in your contact list are your friends. Most than 90 people of the percent of the people you think are friend will part of their ways with you if you are doing better than them in life. So prepare yourself for the lonely times in your journey. It's entirely alright for you to go solo rather than being around the wrong people. A toxic or negative company can ruin your future. They will mock you, will mock your dreams, will say negative things about you on your face, and then will go to say they are just joking. Friendship should be productive. Friendships are supposed to add up to your well being. It is often said that we are the average of five friends we associated with the most. So we must choose wisely. Okay, so everyone is not going to be your friends, and if you're thinking that all the people contact number that you have saved in your contact list, so most of like 90% of it are not even that much, you know, friends to you, and you need to accept it. And there will be few people, if you are going bad, if you are doing better than them, so they will try to pull you down, they will mock your dreams, they will make you feel that you are very bad, so try to avoid these things, and you need to learn or need to accept one thing in your life, that not everyone is going to be your friend, and you cannot please everyone also. So just please yourself and be best friend with yourself, I'll say. That will help you a lot. The third one, you don't have much time. Do you remember how things were when you were just a teenager? Do you remember the last day you went to school? It feels like yesterday, right? But if you count, it's been 8 or 10 years or 15 years, depending on whatever age you are in. Well, time passes quickly, faster than one can imagine. So don't fall into the trap of I have time. If you think you have time, you're probably wasting it. You must be just continuously pushing things to tomorrow, giving yourself an excuse not to do it today, and nothing else. You are just fooling yourself. If you ask people in their 60s or 70s one regret they have, most of them will say that they could not use the time they have were given. Remember that time has this tendency to create the most successful people and also the biggest failure. Okay, so there are people who will say, okay, I'll do this tomorrow, I'll do this tomorrow, and they just keep pushing their things or piling up their things on tomorrow, right? And that tomorrow never comes. So try to do whatever you have to do today itself, right? Because sometimes what we think that we have time, and we usually get, fell in the time trap and all. So you don't do it. If you have something, do it right now, because this is the time when you need to do. Don't pile up the things. Okay, be friendly but have some self-respect. I have seen people being exploited and subjected to constant manipulated by their friends, acquaintance with some people who are very familiar to you, and even relatives, because they cannot digest between being a good person and being an emotional fool. You don't always have to justify your role as a friend or a relative. Understand that not everyone deserves your time and efforts. And you can never grow in life if you do not set a limit. Self respect is more important than always being seen as a nice person. Don't cross bridges for people who won't even walk a mile for you. This also happens when people are in the wrong relationship. Stop being manipulated for the sake of looking good to other people, or saving someone else. Please balance your priorities. So what we can learn from this, that everyone see, being friendly, helping others is fine, but being stupid is not good, right? So I have dealt with it a lot. Before, I used to say everyone yes. If someone is saying, Asha, could you please help me out, I will say okay. If even though if I am going through the worst, if someone will say, Asha, could you please help me in my assignment, so I'll do this, no matter that person is going to show up at the time when I'm in any kind of in any kind of trouble. So I used to help everyone because I believe that helping is a good thing. See, helping is a good thing and you should do. But helping to the people who are not going to help you back is something that is foolish. So don't you do it. Helping is fine, but use your brain that okay, I'm helping a right person. So I'm somewhere, my friends were very toxic. I have completed their assignment so that they can talk to me, so that I could fit in their friend circle, but it all got wasted because at the time I'm here alone. And I now feel very blessed. I don't have any of my friends' number. I deleted it. So because I was in anxiety whenever I would watch their WhatsApp status or something, and the things that they have mentioned other people but not me, it will make me more miserable and more sad. So it will make me more worse. So I'm saying, okay, I'm deleting your number, and now I won't be able to see your status, and also, yeah, I'm better away from you. So I did that. It was wonderful. Success comes at a price. Everyone has different meaning for success. Someone wants to own a house, someone wants to get fit, someone wants to see the pride in their eyes of their parents, and someone just wants to work hard and earn enough money to buy bread and butter. But if mere wishes got success, everyone would have been successful. Remember that just like everything else, there is a certain price that you have to pay to succeed. This price could be your peace of mind, leaving your family left behind, or moving past your comfort zone. Obviously, you can't expect to watch Netflix and crack the exam. You can't be on social media all the time and then wish to focus on your studies. You can't eat trash food regularly and then blame God for giving you health issues. You can't run away from things and accept them to get sorted on their own. If you want to achieve anything, you have to give your time, reasonable efforts, and the sincerity it needs. Life is not a Bollywood film that always happy and always ends on a happy note. Life is a farm. You reap what you sow. Okay. You get what you invest. To successful, you may have to lose friends. You may have to end up by being lonely, and sometimes you have to say no to the things that you give the greatest pressure. It is very easy to close the book and start scrolling Instagram, but 20, 30 years later, when life hits you, you will not be able to go back or get a chance to correct your mistakes. Life will test you in your critical times, but remember, the price is the way. See, if you want to do anything, you need to pay for it. You need to pay for it. You need to pay for it. So you need to pay for it, and that is true. Okay, because sometimes we think, and see, even it is a waste of time or waste of thinking that if you are wasting your whole day, and at the end of the year, if you are thinking that I'll get a job or I will get good marks in my exam, so that is not going to happen. If you want to get something, you need to work for it, you need to pay for it, you need to work hard, you need to show that yeah, I did it, and that's why I'm getting, because nothing will come free. Everything has its price and you need to pay it. Okay, bad things might happen to good people too. I think that I'm a good person, and there are so many things that has happened with me that I don't deserve. Well, it's fine now. Now, this is another filmy theory that has crept into people's minds. Remember that no matter how good a person you are, there will be days when you will feel you do not deserve to go through what you are dealing with. My life is meant to have ups and downs. At some point in our life, we have all gone through situation where it was difficult for us to see the lights at the end of the tunnel. Things like losing a loved one, a filmy problem, or a big loss in business. These things seems very overwhelming, but you have to remember that it can happen to everyone regardless of one karma or nature. In this situation, the only way out is to have this firm belief that at the end of something, also the beginning of something. You can't control what's happening to you. These situations are not even supposed to be controlled. The goal is to change your reaction. Life is all about your next step. Just remember one thing: it ups, don't get overconfident, and in down, don't lose your faith in the Supreme. Think about all the pains you have endured. Think about all those gut wrenching situations where you thought you wouldn't survive. This is how I deal with difficult times too. So bad things might happen to good people. Yeah, it happens. Sometimes we say that I have all the time helped everyone, and I don't know why the hell I deserve this much pain, this much betrayal in my life. So you will doubt the life. You will ask that why it is happening. But I'll say, see, this is life, and this is why it is so hard, because there would be some ups and downs also. So if you are in your ups, don't get overestimated and overconfident that I would be like this for forever, because sometimes you're gonna hit by your downs phase of your life, and at that time you need to control yourself. You need to have faith in the life so that you can get to your ups again, right? So it is something that is not in your hand or that you cannot even control. So what you can do, you can change your reaction. If you are going something very that is very good, you need to be grateful about it. And if you are going through something that is very very hard, then you need to be kind of you need to be very um, you need to be somewhere, you need to believe the person, you need to believe yourself, and then you need to do your best. Stop behaving like a Bollywood actor. Many of you are genius when it comes to overreacting to things that are happening around you, unless you are a professional actor who acts for money. Don't over dramatize everything in your head. Try to see things as they are. Some people get angry so quickly that is excited to something harmful or degradable. Some people get upset over very minor of the issues. Many people keep a fake personality. You will never attract good people in your life if you pretend to be someone you are not. Being genuine with yourself and with others will improve your self-worth and help you maintain quality relationship with people. Yeah, so don't act like a Bollywood actor, because life is not a movie. Yeah, it is a movie. That like it is a movie, but it is real. Like movie you can show anything, but in real life there would be some scenario where it will feel that it is very difficult to cope up, but you need to do your best at the time. And there are three kinds of people. Like first one, who will get angry even in very small situations. We can say short tempered people. And there are some people who are very sensitive and they will cry over a very small thing. So that those people are very emotional fool kind of. There are some people who will try to fake their personality just to impress few people. And keep one thing in your mind: if you are faking yourself, if you are faking your personality, and you are thinking that by pretending few kind of thing you are gonna get someone attention, then you are completely wrong, because you need to be yourself to impress others. So try to keep life as simple it is. Don't dramatize it a lot. Okay. You can never grow if you seek comfort. It is easy to continue to do what you are used to doing, and to remain and in the confines of the least resistance. The idea of being comfortable seems to appeal to the vast majority of people, which is why we see so many people leading mediocre life. Remember that if you are on the right track, you will face doubt and fear. Comfort is a dream killer. You cannot progress in life by taking a path that is familiar to you. Comfort is a dream killer. That is a wonderful line. If you want to be succeed in your life, you want to get succeed, if you have higher goals, you need to deal with some risks in your life so that you can do better. And if you are looking for the comfort zone, that is somewhere it is stopping you and it is hindering your growth, so don't do it. Try to take risks and try to explore yourself, right? Your talent means nothing without consistent efforts and practice. Yeah, that see, suppose for me now, so I before I used to practice English for once in a week, and then I'll stop it for 2 or 3 days. Then again I'll start it. And the time then when I'll start it again, it would be very hard for me, because it is just so hard for me. I think that again I'm gonna take cab and again gonna post, so it is very very hard. There is a very famous quote that says, hard work without talent is a shame. But talent without hard work is a tragedy. Yes, we all are good at something. I am good with numbers. You might be good at comprehension and linguistics. Someone might be good with their memory, but what separates a talented person from a successful person is hard work. Unfortunately, not every talented individual is courageous enough to make an effort to rise to their potential. Most of the time, your talent goes to your grave because you were so lazy that you took it for granted. Your talent may give you an advantage, but you will reach nowhere in your life if you do not work hard. I have hundreds of examples in which very average but laborious students have passed the toughest examination of India, but those with talent have failed to do so due to lack of the concentration and perseverance. Time is the most valuable commodity in life. The lack of good management also leads them to failure in the long run. So don't waste your talent by procrastination. Only through hard work can you achieve your goals in your life. You can achieve your goals in your life. So there are people, see, if you are talented at something and you are not making efforts for it, if you are not doing hard work, then that talent is completely waste and it will not lead you anywhere, right? But if you are even average but you did so much hard work, then definitely you're gonna paid off at the end, at some point of your life. So it is very important that if you're talented, if you're and plus you are doing hard work, you are gonna get success so easily. Only you need to work hard. See, being consistent is very very important. It is sometimes it is very important, and you need to do it. Okay, don't try to be Jake of all trades. If you plan to go everywhere, you will end up nowhere. Okay, therefore, it is essential to have clear goals. Otherwise, you will not be able to move forward in your life. Just as sunlight can't burn through anything without a magnifying glass that focuses it. You can't achieve anything unless you have a goal to focus on. If you do not know what is essential, everything will seem important and you will end up by spending most of the times on other things in your long-term goals. Clearing goals also helps you monitor your progress. For example, let's say you are on a road trip, right? Now, unless you know where you are going, you will have no idea how much fuel to pump, how many hours it will take, and how much speed you should be. If your mind does not know what you want to do clearly, your body will not be interested in doing it. There's a notable saying, whatever the mind wills, the body achieves. Yeah. See, there are few people who say that you can do everything. I don't say that you can do everything, but there's something that you can do. So focus on that something. Because if you will do everything, you would be mediocre at everything. But you will do something that you like and that inspires you, that gives you kicks. So definitely you're gonna get success in that particular field very easily. So I'll say try to analyze yourself, try to investigate what you really like to do, try to introspect that okay, this things makes me happy and I love doing it, I love spending time with it, and I want to do it this rest of my life, and focus on that and do it. So there you should have a goal. Let's take an example. There is, if you are if you are driving, right, and you don't know where you want to go, so you will end up by wasting your so much fuel, right, and time also, and you don't know where your destination is. So it is very very important to decide one goal or few goals in your life, and you need to make actions so that you could achieve or you can achieve that goal. So that is very important and you need to do it, right. And I'll say that life is not that easy that you think, and it is not a Bollywood film that every time it's gonna end on a happy note. So if you're thinking that is something that is very stupid, not everyone is your friends here. Somewhere, sometimes you will feel that God is very hard with you, and I did everything well, but at the end I'm not getting anything. So it will happen something that you are going to question your growth and everything. But at the end, it is life. It has some ups and downs. If today you are going through your downs, then there would be ups. That is on the way of it. So believe in yourself and do your best. That's the only thing that I can do. Believe it, believe in yourself, do your best. Don't put anything on hold. If you have put something on hold, bring it back into it. Just do it.